Hello everybody, Angie here. I'm coming on today to do a Marguerite Miller collage page with you guys. This is a very popular series here on YouTube, and I am really focused on trying to get caught up. I'm getting close. I am on week 23, and I think everybody else is on about 26 or 27. And not that that's important, but I'm just trying so then I can watch everybody else's videos at the same time, because I do not like to watch anybody else's videos until after I have mine up, so I don't get any type of inclination, I guess you would say, to use the same products or copy or, that kind of thing. I like to come up with my own little collage and do that kind of thing. So with that being said, we're going to get started on this. Okay, guys? I'm working out of an old vintage receipt book, and it's about, what was it, like, I forget, try to tell you every now and then, 5.5 by 7.5 ish, somewhere around there, and it's filling up. It's getting pretty chunky. Okay, I am in frame, and we're gonna get right into this, guys. You guys doing good? Hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, we're on week 23, and the prompts are something that starts with a G. Oh, let me show you as we go along. This won't take long at all. This I found out of my antiquarian sticker book. I've been using a lot of those later out of that book. And so for girl is G. Brochure or catalog. Now the best thing I could do was a little brochure thing out of the mail that I got in the mail, this thing here. And that's G2 for gold. So I'm going to use a portion of this for brochure or catalog. Okay, wrapping paper. I just do not have wrapping paper. I have tissue paper, but I don't have wrapping paper. So I found this in my Christmas book. It's a Christmas page, and look, all those little gifts wrapped right there, that's wrapping paper. Okay, we're gonna use that. You got to get creative. That's what these collages are all about. A light source. I have this digital image of a lantern, and it's a big one. It's not even going to fit on the pit. Well, that way it will. Okay, but we're going to use that. Coffee or tea. Again, this is big. I found this in a magazine, some type of a cappuccino, coffee, latte, something. And it's a big thing. I don't know. I could use that. Or I found this in a magazine. See these little coffee pots there? They're using them for flower arrangements, but we can imagine that there's coffee in that one. I mean, it's a thought. I might use that. And then for a bonus, it's something from a calendar. And I have a little calendar pad. And I thought either use this. It says this for this month. Maybe use that. Or use one of these little squares. Maybe I'll just use the July one since we're in the month of July, because all my other pieces are kind of big. So I'll probably end up doing that. Okay, guys? So let's just get this made real quick. Now, I'm thinking, since these two are our biggest pieces, and that's pretty bright, right? So why don't I just use this as my background? And yeah, I think that'll work. I'm gonna bring my cutter up here. Well, I could probably do my scoreboard cutter a little smaller, but I still have to bring one of them up. And we're gonna cut this down. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. Okay, there we go. And I can save this piece for another day. I love it when I can save pieces and not have to accumulate more pieces in my arsenal here. Okay, let's see how wide we need that to be. Let's go from there to there. Okay. Again, just a little quick eyeball check. There's 1 and 2. All right. Bring my book back in. Let's see if I did okay. That's pretty darn perfect. Yep. All right, let's put that baby down. And I need to get my I left my glue stick cap off so it kind of dried on the top. So let me get rid of that gooky stuff. Okay. Now we're ready. It's pretty close to like right there. We're going to work with it. All right, let me turn this. I work best with my right hand. Alrighty. Down we go. Let's see. I think it's going to be a little, tuck it down in there. There we go. All right, guys. That is the first prompt, a brochure or catalog. That's a brochure out of the mail that would have gotten discarded, so I'm repurposing it. So that is a plus. Okay, now we got to tone that down. That's awful bright. So something that starts with a G. I've got a girl, so of course she's going to go on top and last. I've got this big old lantern. I'm just going to use a portion of that, I think. So let's just fold that down right now and see where we want to, maybe something like that. The yellow on the gold, how about that? Got a lot of yellow. We got yellow in her dress. I didn't realize that. Okay. But we're going with it. Maybe I can bring it up just a little. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's about that size, so I'll trim that down. And I think I'll use a little wet glue on this one. Get it started. Where's my pin? There we go. Okay. Just gonna put that down right there. Okay, that's our second prompt. A light source. Okay, now let's do this. Cut around. Then I want to just do a fussy tear around it. I just wanted to get it a little smaller. And I'm just going to fussy tear out the presents, because that's what the prompt is, wrapping paper. Okay. Okay. We're just going to put that right down there in the corner. Okay. Then we need coffee or tea and the girl. Now I'm thinking we're going to use this. Let me finish cutting it out. I wasn't sure if it would work, but it kind of tones down a lot of that gold if we cover a lot of that gold brochure up. So we'll go with the bigger piece. And actually I think I want to tuck it underneath. I'm going to cut this down. And we're going to have those live right beside one another. About like that. Yep. So what are you guys, a coffee or a tea drinker? I'm definitely a coffee drinker, but I do like tea. I do find myself, I drink a lot of tea during the winter. I don't know, I find it very comforting and soothing in the winter. And plus it's good if you get sick. And so I find myself, I drink it mostly in the winter, but I drink coffee every day. So I'm definitely a coffee girl. Okay. Yeah, that tones that down a little bit. Now we're gonna have to put the girl in here. Maybe like right there. And we still need this. And since it's July, we're gonna go ahead and use the July one. Oh, my birthday month next month. Hey, comes on us quick, doesn't it? Where do I want to put that? I'm thinking right there. Tuck that in there. And maybe use a portion of this. Where it says this month. Your to-do list for the month. Let's see. Maybe cut it down even smaller. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna tuck that kind of under like this. I like it. Okay. I'm not gonna waste this little strip I just took off. Oh, let's give it a little flag kind of thing. There we go. Yes, that fills that up nicely. Okay, and I did not have to use this, so I'll just put that back in my harvested magazine pieces for another day. All right, guys, I'm calling week 23 done. We've got something that starts with a G. We've got a girl, and we also have gold. Brochure is the background piece. Wrapping paper is the little wrapped gifts with wrapping paper right there out of a magazine. A light source is this big, huge lantern. Coffee or tea, we've got a big old coffee frothy thing going on there. And for a bonus, something from a calendar, we've got the month and those little two elements right there. All right, guys, I'm calling that done. I hope you guys liked today's collage. Thank you so very much for stopping by my channel. I truly, truly appreciate it. As always, take care. God bless. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.